Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and I had to change areas over there. I don't know if you can see it over there, but that's the theater that I normally run. There's somebody on the backside. I don't know why. It would be over there on early Sunday morning, but and a little bit of breeze, and so this part of the mall cuts back on the breeze, so that's why I came here. And but anyway, I'm gonna have to do something. It gets much colder than this. It's no fun out here doing my stretches and running and that type of stuff. I say it's in the low 40s right now, and if I can stay out of the wind, I can do it down close to freezing. Man. But one of the things that I was thinking about is how do you get any straight information? It's hard to believe that all the media, the mainstream media, how they're sold on the destruction of the United States. And so you can't get news and get news out of it. You know, they don't tell you news. An example, a lady cop got in a scuffle with some guy, and she pulled out her taser, and she was telling him, I want to tase you, and the guy just kept coming, and she shot, and it ended up, it wasn't a taser gun. She grabbed the wrong one. And the court system got her for murder. And so I'm thinking, man, that's weird. And then I'm not real good on police using violence, especially a woman, because I mean, she's not set up for that kind of stuff. So she shouldn't. She should be, if going to be working at the desk or something like that. Oh, man, you mean I'm like that? I don't believe they should be equal and be out kicking butt and getting their butts kicked? Yeah, I'm kind of like that. You know, I do believe a woman's got her place. And then, but now you're showing me, well, this is equal rights. She's being treated equally. Equally to Baldwin? Let me see. He had a gun that's loaded with a real bullet, and he shoots somebody, and they call that an accident. That somebody dies. Yeah, but it's an accident. Him, it's an accident. And for her, as the policeman, it wasn't an accident. You know, so for one thing, like I say, everybody needs to be going by the same rules, and we know that's not. And like I say, the media just doesn't report things properly. They really report it slanted, whichever direction that they're working on, and you can tell because they're all using the same direction. They're all reporting the same story the same way. So it's really confusing to me how these people think they're Americans. Why would I think that they would think like that? Maybe I'm the only one that's thinking, you know, how do I be a good American citizen. How can I do that? And maybe I'm the one that's thinking like that, and they're not. Maybe they're on a different mentality. Maybe they're thinking, how can we brainwash or control all these American citizens? You know, we don't want them doing anything other than what we tell them. Hey! And so that's the kind of stuff that I've been getting out of the news. It is so misleading, and it can't be a mistake. Hey, Rex, let's go. Get in the truck. Rex. She found something to chew on. I'm in a new area, so I don't know what there is. Uh-oh, he got something. Rex, come over here. You got to see this. Rex, why? What is that on your face? Rex, hey, sit there. Now you see her face? Something white going across her face? What? I'll tell you. Come on, we're gonna get you cleaned up. But anyway, I just could not figure out why everything is so bad. I mean, it's to the point now, I can understand how leadership is bad. I think, while I'm offended, already offended women, I just will offend everybody else. You know, we've lowered our standards so much that we've allowed stupid people that are weak on the inside, really weak. And we've allowed them to get in positions of leadership. And well, you can tell that even look at our generals. You know what I mean? What kind of general would leave weapons to the enemy? You know what I mean? So that tells you the mentality of our generals. And then, like say, CEOs, these big corporations and stuff like that. You know, you think, you know, there ought to be an American in there somewhere, you know, but man, there's not. Are they that focused on the dollar? And they're that easily controlled? You know, it's just amazing to me. And we find them, like I say, even in the media. We find it in the health field. You know what I mean? How can... and we already know that you know, health techniques have changed through the years, and they've got better, and hopefully they've gone better. And then we've done things that really weren't any better, and sometimes even worse. And we just kind of, and that's part of the learning process. You hear me talk about being civilized. As you are civilized, you're getting in line, you're doing as you're told, and they should be improving everything. The roads should be getting better. Building manufacturing should be better. And you can see how look at the buildings over here. You know, the buildings are like this. You see this building? And you see the other building I'm running around? There's no windows. I mean, so no, this is thinking, you know, oh, maybe it's because, you know, the what do you call it? Tornadoes. Maybe they're making them for tornadoes. So why aren't they making more tornado shelters? You know what I mean? In the old days, we had, I forgot what it was called, civil defense. Yeah. And they had not only shelters built, but they had food, they had weapons, they got water, they got all kinds of things that you need during a disaster, an emergency. They had it. I don't know if they have it anymore. If they do, it's not for me. They don't have it set up for me. Maybe that's where the police go. Maybe that's why the police stand in line to do what they're told to do so well, is because, well, they've got a shelter for them to go to. a place for their families to be safe. So we already know politicians are that way. Politicians just think of politicians only. It's funny, I'm thinking, there's no way we can't even sue a politician when they do something out of line and bad. We can't sue them, and we can't throw them in jail. I mean, how many politicians go to jail? And they're making decisions on stuff that they know nothing about. I was thinking about it the other day. What is it that the government can do, anything that would be good for the people? And I thought, well, we already know when we look at the schools, we know the schooling's bad. I mean, they're making everybody more stupid. And so they can't do schooling. They can't even do roads. Look at, this is a parking lot. And the parking lot's good shape compared to the roads. I mean, they don't even, they've built so much that they can't keep it up. That's not in their thinking. Well, we got to maintain it. I mean? And then they make roads around communities to destroy a community because they don't want these communities. They want you all to live in the city where it's easier to control you. I mean, the government can't do anything. No, they can't do the military. It looks like they can't run the police. We know they can't run the police because the police can't even go by the same rule of law. They can't do the same thing as we do. They have a different set of laws, kind of like the politicians. They have a different set of laws. I mean, how much can we be in tyranny? That's about what it is. I mean, they got people from January 6th still in jail. There's something wrong somewhere. And we're just going to have to figure out what it is. And we're going to have to figure out what we can do about it. But something's going to happen. Because, like I say, they don't seem to be doing any favors for us. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.